Consulate General, and Turkey is not happy about that because it's happening in new territory, making relations with Saudis worse, and so there's something that we don't know. I think it will come in the coming days, I'm sure, more intelligence, if drip by drip, as one of our contributors said. But I don't believe that other foreign intelligence agencies could have done it, because the case is quite obvious what happened there. But there is something very strange. The suspected 15 people flying in, entering the Consul General half an hour after him, and then departing 3.5 hours later. Then we don't have the Khashoggi appearing anywhere. There is a disappearance. I don't know whether he was killed, murdered, or he was detained and put somewhere else. And I don't think we will find anything in the Consul General because it's already clean. I mean, just showing the cupboards to a Reuters correspondent, I think is a bit ridiculous. And so I think, as we discussed before, Turkish security services and intelligence have lots of cameras around the city. They will find out what happened. So I think we need to wait a little bit further. But it's good that there is an international outcry and pressure on Turkey and Saudi Arabia so that this case will not be covered up in any way.
And when we come back here in the France 24 debate, we're going to look, does it surprise you with the narrative that was spun when the Saudis suddenly found themselves with this 30-something crown prince who was branded as this reformer with a bold vision and who was forward-thinking?
Well, I think one thing that bothers me a lot is that I fully agree if Jamal is a prominent opposition figure and he knows too much about the inner workings and the closets, dirty laundries in Saudi Arabia. But why do you interrogate and allegedly kill him in the Consulate General of Saudi Arabia? I mean, there are so many ways of intelligence agencies can do this. So I think sky is the limit for this. Why is it happened there? Was it just by, while they were interrogating, they had to do this, or because this was a professional team coming from Saudi Arabia to handle him? And it's quite strange to do this in the Turkish territory, where Saudis are not so welcomed and always under surveillance. I think you have to bear in mind also a couple of important factors now we are going through. One is sanctions regime against Iran starting from 4th of November. This is the more disciplined and stricter regime against Iran. Then the state of affairs in Syria, Idlib negotiations and what Turkey got, and Turkey's ambition to become a powerful player in the Gulf, because Turkey already has 3 military bases now in Qatar, Sudan and Somalia. This is seen as a direct threat to Saudi Arabia and United Arab Emirates. So I think it's fishy, it's a bit fishy what we see there. It doesn't make sense that 15 Saudis, suspected Saudis, come to Turkish territory and interrogate, kill, or hijack him from there. There are so many other opportunities to do this.
Jacinto, you agree?
I think there's one way that makes sense. I think there's one way where this makes sense, and it makes a lot of sense. I think you've got a very young crown prince who doesn't really know what he's doing, and he has created an environment where his advisors are not giving him good advice and are afraid of him. So when he comes up with an idea that's like, let's just do this in Turkey when he shows up there, there's no one there who dares tell him no. And that also is reflected in the insane kidnapping of Saad Hariri last year. Viewers may recall when the Prime Minister of Lebanon was lured to Saudi Arabia and suddenly put under house arrest by Mohammed bin Salman. And Mohammed bin Salman just had no clue that this would create an international uproar. So I think that this shows the inexperience and lack of worldliness of the Saudi crown prince, and in that sense, such a stunt would make sense.
Viva Jacinto?
Agree. I mean, at this stage, we can only offer hypothesis. One could be, and very likely be, a botched job, an MBS who